Ripple XRP holders are about to be filthy rich with these altcoins. A lot of people in the cryptocurrency space are wondering, when is XRP going to have its turn? When is XRP going to finally do something? When will the price suppression end? And also, what other altcoins should they be holding in their portfolios to be able to create generational wealth? Not just the type of income that you can live on for a year, but the type of income not just you'll live on for a lifetime, but the type of income that will last future generations, because this bull run cycle will make more millionaires than ever before. It'll make more multimillionaires than ever before. And there will be tons of billionaires that will come out of the picture from this, because when the stock market took off in the early stages of the 1900s, the early investors during the time where the monopolies were taking place during the railroad, gas, oil, you have electricity, during those industries where the titans came out, and then they invested their fortunes in the stock market and they made money in those companies. Well, we are seeing that happen for this generation. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some key projects that I think are going to do very, very well alongside XRP. So if you guys have been frustrated, you guys have been pissed off, you've been peeved, you're mad because your XRP bags are not going up, I feel you. Believe me, I understand. So we're going to talk about some other projects in this video that I know are going to do very well. Now, again, quick disclaimer. There's no guarantee that you're going to make money. Don't buy, don't sell anything we talk about on our channel. And by liking this video and commenting 777 below and tapping that subscribe button, you're confirming that you're okay with losing absolutely everything in crypto, because it's risky, just like anything in life. But if you don't like risk, go over there, sit in the corner, put a box on your head. We'll feed you 3 meals a day, and you can live your entire life that way, and you'll be fine. But if you like a little bit of risk, then hang tight. I think you're going to love this video. Let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So looking at Bitcoin right now, sitting at $51,000, over $1 trillion market cap, and we're just heating up. We're just getting started, $1.94 trillion. And there's over, for the whole industry, and there's over 2.2 million cryptocurrencies right now. And so if you guys are in our Telegram group, we have 10,000 members in here. You can go to bullrunners.com. You'll get instant access to our Telegram group and early bird access to our crypto education platform when that's released. So the first project that I want to talk about is Luxo. Now, I talked about this project a little while back when I think it was like $8 right here. So we're down currently, which is actually good, because I'm going to share with you on the charts what I'm expecting to happen next for this project. So the lower that this project goes, the better, because the better entry point is when you buy low, you sell high, right? So a lot of people look at a project like this, and if it goes even lower, they're like, it's down. It's like, good. I'm backing up the truck even more, because I look at something like this and I see the market cap at $200 million. And the creator behind this was a part of the Ethereum Foundation, with Gavin Wood, that created Polkadot. At Polkadot's peak during the last bull run, it did over $50 billion market cap. Charles Hoskinson, that created Cardano, at the last bull run did over $90 billion. And Vitalik Buterin, that created Ethereum, over $550 billion market cap. So the creator of this project, Fabian Vogelsteller, is a blockchain veteran who was a part of the Ethereum Foundation in the early days. And from 2015 to 2018, he helped shape the entire Ethereum space, building the official Ethereum wallet, the first decentralized Web3 browser, and tools like Web3.js, the most used JavaScript library in the blockchain space today. And, created the ERC20 standard, was responsible for the entire DeFi movement back in 2019. And so, I believe that this project will do well. Now, on Twitter, they're getting ready to build, over in Ethereum Denver. That's happening February 23rd. So in 2 days from right now. And so they're going to be over there, and a lot of other, industry veterans are going to be in the space over there, talking, making videos, doing all that cool stuff. So there's lots of development coming on Luxo and lots of partnerships being made. And in terms of the chart, the chart compared to Ethereum, I talked about this the other day, and I talked about this zone of support, that if we saw a bounce from here, we could be reversing up. We did the exact opposite. So we actually went down further, and eventually this chart will bottom out. Now, when this bottoms out, we broke well below these previous zones of support right here, and we're continuing to the downside. But the cool thing is, on the RSI, we're below 30. So at some point there will be a reversal that will take place for this project. Now, when a project is in a downtrend, there's 2 ways that you can play this. You can wait for a reversal, or you can dollar cost average on the way down. and then also dollar cost average during, you know, an accumulation phase as it trades sideways and it works its way out. Because the way that this works, like let's say Luxo continues down relative to Ethereum as Ethereum trades bullish, you know, eventually we see a reversal and we see something like this take place where the price spikes up, but then it returns back down like this. And then we see it work its way back out of here and do something like this. And then it takes a period of time, but you can dollar cost average on the way down until we hit the bottom, and then you could dollar cost average on the way up at corrective points, you know. And so what you want to watch is you want to watch the RSI, you want to watch the MACD, the stochastic RSI, and then some other indicators that we're going to be talking about in other videos and in our crypto education platform to educate you guys on, you know, the best way to trade these projects. But you can't go wrong. For example, if you're watching this video to see which projects are going to be more long-term holds, keep it in perspective, guys. $200 million market cap is very, very small compared to the other projects like Polkadot when it did over 50 billion, Cardano over 90 billion. And so to go to those multiples, this project is looking at like a 20 to 50 to 100x for something like this at the end of 2025. So I'm not looking at Luxo as a short-term play, right? Because in the short term, we're in a downtrend, so we could go further to the downside. But what I do want to encourage you to do is keep this one on your watch list, and you guys will see by the end of 2025 what this project is set out to do. You know, the creator of it, very, very smart guy, and I think it's going to do well. Another project is Stellar's XLM, the little brother currency to XRP. And so XLM is sitting at 11 cents right now with a $3.2 billion market cap. So it is a larger market cap project, but this project, right, guys, is set out to do some massive, massive things. And if you see the all-time high back in 2018, or it's not really the all-time high, it was the high of that bull run at 70 cents. And then in 2021, you know, 70 plus cents again. And right now we're sitting at 11 cents. And so what I want to pull up for you guys is the chart in a little bit, but just recently, this is massive because XLM entered a new era in its evolution following the launch of the Protocol 20 upgrade on the mainnet. With this new upgrade, Soroban's smart contract capabilities are now enabled, pitching Stellar as a blockchain that can host smart contracts in decentralized applications. So this is going to be massive to bring a lot of liquidity over in the DeFi space. And the Stellar network described the Protocol 20 emergence as the most transformative upgrade that has ever been implemented on the blockchain. Notably, the Soroban smart contract capabilities have not been completely rolled out yet, though, and it will be done in phases ranging from 0, 1, and 2. And the rollout is currently in phase 0 right now, just getting started, marked by stability testing. At phase 0, the ledger capacity for Soroban transactions starts low and will soon be increased, you know, leading into phase 1, where applications can begin deploying and testing on the mainnet. So it's still in the early phase. And so where we need to look at right now is on the chart to see where we are and compared to the past when we broke out of the bear market lows. Because as you guys can see, during a bear trend, you know, you don't want to be buying and expecting the markets to go up right away. You can like short-term trade on these corrective periods. Like if you're going to be buying right here, you know, at 19 or 18 cents back in July of 2018 and selling at the end of the month at 34 cents, you can catch some gains, but it's very risky to be doing that. The best time to be buying in terms of a macro long-term investing perspective is during the bear market bottoms, when the market's in this massive accumulation phase down here. And so when that happened recently was back from November of 2022 until, if we look over here, July of 2023 down here, and it lasted an extended period of time, just like back here. And we formed this neckline, the zone of resistance right here that has struggled to break out from several times, like in September of 2019, November 2019, 16th of February of 2020, and then the 1st of June of 2020. So it was very clear when we broke above that zone of resistance, we flipped it and we turned it into support. So we rallied up to about 12 cents, then we came back down, and as you can see, we hovered at the zone as support for an extended period of time for about what looked like 81 days. So almost 3 months. It's like 2 months and 10 days. 60, 70, 80, yeah, almost 3 months pretty much. And then we broke out of here. Then we rallied upwards of 23 cents, came back down to back test this resistance after the breakout as support, and then we just exploded on out of here. And so I would expect something like this to play out. It's not going to be 100% accurate for XLM, but you can see some similarities here, right? Where you see this massive accumulation phase from November 2022 to July of 2023. When we broke out right here, we flipped this and now we turned it into support. And as you can see, we're hovering at it as support. And so if the chart plays out similar to what happened in the past, we are roughly right around here, right around this stage, getting ready for a massive breakout to the upside. Now, in terms of price targets, there are no guarantees. I'm never going to give you guys a price target. What I will do is I will show you what the Fibonacci, retracement tools show you. And based on that, you can make your own decisions, or you can consult your financial advisor. But the Fibonacci retracement tool, it just shows us, like sacred geometry, God math, whatever you want to call this, right? Because you do things based off numbers. The whole matrix works off ones and zeros. And so if we were to draw the Fib tool from the all-time high of May of 2021 to the corrective low for the bear market bottom, and we were to extend all the way up here, let's just say if we were to do a 3.618 during a full-blown bull market, what I expect, right, is during a full-blown bull market at the peak, we do anywhere from a 3.618 to a 4.236. Anything above these levels is wishful thinking, it's euphoria, okay? So anything above this, like if we push all the way up here, it's euphoria, and you can never catch the top with 100% accuracy, but we can look at these as being the potential tops for the market. Even a 2.618, is around $2 right here, and a 3.618 is $2.70, and a 4.236 is $3.14. Similarly enough, those were about the price targets for XRP during its 2017 bull run. And so XLM hasn't really had a bull run of that caliber because it's been living in XRP's shadow. So if people are arguing saying that XRP is suppressed, XLM might not be as suppressed, and XLM could see some massive momentum this bull run. So if we're sitting at 11 cents right now, and let's just say we go to those levels right there based on the fibs where the all-time high was at, if we see like $5 or $10 trillion flow into this industry, well, to do a 3.618 at $2.70, that's a 2,300% or 23x for XLM. To go to a 4.236 is 27x. So that's why I think this project is going to shock a lot of crypto investors this bull run, and even the bull run leading into 2030. So you can't go wrong keeping it on your watch list. Now, as you guys know, the CEO of BlackRock, the reason why we're so bullish on crypto is because the CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, is more bullish on crypto now. He was bearish on crypto. He was telling people in the past, in 2017, at the peak of the market, that they haven't seen that much institutional interest in crypto. So there's a lot of retail investors coming in the markets, whereas this time around, institutional money is coming in. And because BlackRock manages, tens of trillions of dollars, like 10 or 20 trillion dollars in capital, well, what are they going to do when those investors are coming into their fund? They're going to put it into the ETFs. And a Bitcoin ETF has just been approved. Now listen to this.
I see value in having an Ethereum ETF. As I said, these are just stepping stones towards tokenization. And I really do believe this is where we're going to be going. We have the technology to tokenize today. If you want to think about this. If you had a tokenized security and you have a tokenized identity, you, Andrew, the moment you buy or sell an instrument, it is known. It's on a general ledger that is all created together. You want to talk about issues around money laundering and all that. This eliminates all corruption by having a tokenized system.
Jamie Dimon disagrees with you on that.
So Jamie Dimon disagrees with him on that because the shareholders of Chase, he has to disagree so they keep money in Chase. Whereas Ethereum is next, guys. And now here's the real key here, because when we look at the amount of money in these markets in terms of tokenizing real world assets, well, we're talking about, the derivatives market, we're talking about real estate, we're talking about all these other markets, right? The money supply is so small compared to how much in debt is out there, and total value of the world stock market, the bond market. So all the money in these other markets are going to start flowing into crypto. And so Ethereum is next on the list in terms of the ETF approval. So when we're looking at Ethereum in this market cycle and where we're at, I talked about this, guys. I said, watch Ethereum. It's going to have a massive breakout once we break this level, which is about $2,150-ish, which was resistance from April of 2023. And I broke this down for you guys in a previous video where I was talking about this breakout, us holding this level as support multiple times, and then eventually we would break out of here and we would work up to retest the middle of this range of this complacency stage back here. Now, what's next for Ethereum? So right now we're at the middle of the range. Worked out exactly as planned. And sure, it doesn't go as exactly as planned. It rhymes, right? We don't know exactly when it's going to hit these price targets. We can just gauge it based on the past and based on, how the liquidity cycle and the macro market debt is going to grow as the Federal Reserve prints more money. Well, let's look at the past and let's see what happened too, because these cycles rhyme. Because when we broke out from this neckline right here, which was the peak of June of 2019, we break it, similar to what happened to XLM. You break a resistance, you come back down to back test it as support. And we broke a little bit below it, but we kind of held around the support right here. And then we worked our way out of here and we broke to the upside to retest the middle of this range. So we usually test the middle of the complacency stage right here. Because as you can see, this is complacency where people think we're just cooling off. They're expecting another rally, but then we break down from here because it's a dead cat bounce. And a dead cat bounce is like when you throw, it's kind of crazy as it sounds, you throw a cat off a roof, it bounces, and the second bounce is not as high as the first bounce, the third bounce is not as high as the second bounce, and it just slowly bounces to be a dead cat, right? Or you can use a ball for an example if that's too morbid for you guys that are cat lovers out there. But that's the way the markets work. And then you find a bottom, and then someone comes and they kick the cat, and then the cat starts its next life, because cats have 9 lives. So how many lives does the Ethereum cat have in this race here? So when we look right here at this range, well, this is where we were at during the last cycle for Ethereum. We were around $600. And what happened here is we broke within this range. We go up to about $620-ish. We came all the way down to $470, and we saw a quick flash crash for Ethereum. Scared a lot of people. It dropped 22%. So it came back down to backtest this as resistance, which was the high of September of 2020. So we backtest it as support, and then we work our way out of here. And then we see a God candle come in for Ethereum to go from $700 all the way upwards of $1,300. So I would expect something like that to play out. We could scare a lot of people. So if we see a 20 or 30% correction, the support that I would expect for Ethereum to come back down and backtest would be $2,700. This is what I would expect to happen. So if we see Ethereum push up a little bit higher in the short term, we could see a quick flash crash down to 2,700, and then we work our way on out of here, and eventually we see a God candle come in for Ethereum to retest the high of the complacency stage and the dead cat bounce from this bull run. Because as you guys see, the cat was thrown off the roof right here, the cat bounced, and then the cat fell to the final bear market bottom right here. So just like the last cycle, it's an ABC corrective wave as well too, where we form the all-time high, then you see A, the B is the bounce, and the C is the corrective low for the bottom. Similar to the last cycle, we see the exact same thing play out, where little differences here and there, but you see the A, the B is the bounce, the C is the cat going to the corrective bottom. Then someone comes and they kick the cat, a revival pattern. You see this fake out, but it's massive accumulation through this phase right here. And it lasted a period of time, right? Because we had COVID, and then this was not a healthy bull run cycle. So in order to see a healthy bull run cycle, we don't want Ethereum just to blast to an all-time high right now. We want it to come back test previous levels, and take an extended period of time before we blow on out of here. But if they start printing massive amounts of money, Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos and these guys are selling like their whole stock portfolio, guys. Either that means one of two things. Either one, the stock market is about to absolutely get destroyed and come down, and they put money into crypto and they start moving money into crypto. Or number two, they're selling everything because the stock market's going to go down and crash. Like Robert Kiyosaki's been saying, like we've been talking about for a long time on this channel, sharing those clips with you guys, and they're not going to put it into crypto. Crypto's going to see a much deeper correction as well too, worse than COVID. And Ethereum comes back down to $1,500 or even $1,000. Now we hope that doesn't happen, because if that happens, then the rest of the altcoin market gets absolutely wrecked in the short term, and then we have to rebuild on out of here. Now, I don't think that would, but you also have to plan for it too. That's why we always say, never invest more than you can afford to lose. Now, here's what's interesting. So this tweet was quickly deleted, and John McAfee, he revealed that Satoshi Nakamoto is and always has been the only person that it ever could be. Joel Katz, the time is now. And this was deleted after about a minute of being posted. So Joel Katz, as you guys know, works with Ripple. And here's the thing that's crazy, is the new narrative is that XRP is dead. So Ethereum is getting the attention right now because the ETF, coming here soon. And eventually Ethereum's going to implode because of ETHgate and the Ponzi-nomics that are taking place right now with their staking pools that were similar to like Terra Luna. Some differences, but Ethereum is going to get destroyed the next bear market, guys. And mass amounts of money are going to flow into the ISO projects. And so it's like XRP, XLM, HBAR, potentially Algorand, like XDC and some other big projects. So you need to watch those ones as well too. I'm not covering those in this video because I'm covering the main one, which is XRP. But people are saying that XRP is dead. And what if it doesn't go anywhere price-wise in the next 5 years? Should XRP even be on your list? Should you sell your XRP? Is it a dead project? The response to that is very, very simple. Every Bitcoin halving we've had since 2016 has resulted in a massive full-blown bull market where 90% of all cryptocurrencies experience new all-time highs and explosive price action. And virtually all cryptocurrencies do well. And you could be blindfolded and throw a dart at any one of them in the top 500 and make money. Now combine that with the Bitcoin ETF, and we could see that Bitcoin supply will become scarcer a lot faster because institutions are scooping up Bitcoin along with Bitcoin's halving taking place and retail scooping up more Bitcoin. But how does that affect XRP? Because after every halving, we see new all-time highs for crypto. In 2017, XRP was trading at just 1 penny, even under a penny, as it dipped down to 0.006 or somewhere around there. In 2018, at the end of the bull run, XRP hit its all-time high of $3.80. That was life-changing, explosive price action, and life-changing gains were made from XRP. I bought XRP. I made a lot. I saw my portfolio go up significantly with XRP, but I didn't sell anything. So I'm also going to be covering that towards the tail end of this video on why it doesn't make sense to round trip your bags and take profits as well too. But then we see a typical full market retracement, right? That's what happens. 90% of all crypto markets settle into a new baseline. They settle into a new low. They find the bottom on the C corrective wave, on the ABC correction, right? For the Elliott waves. Now for XRP, that was around 14 cents to 20 cents, but it was still a long ways above a penny before the breakout. So the bear market lows always settle above the previous lows of the previous bear market. Now in 2021, once again, after the last halving in 2020, we were in the midst of another post-halving bull run. After Bitcoin's halving, massive bull run. Seeing new all-time highs for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Chainlink, Solana, almost 93% of the entire crypto market. XRP was on its way back to its all-time high from 2018, ready for its second all-time high. Then what happened? The Ripple lawsuit happened and we saw the price suppressed. XRP, the SEC sued Ripple and the price could not pass its all-time high. But still, guys, XRP did a 15x during that lawsuit phase without any legal clarity during the entire lawsuit. It showed how strong the community was, the XRP army. It showed how strong the Ripple was as a company, and it showed how strong this whole industry is as well too, to persevere through that. So here we are in 2024. Another Bitcoin halving is just a few months away. After that halving, we will see another full bull market run. So to say that this halving won't happen is crazier than the people who say XRP will reach $1 million, right? That's obviously crazy. But to say that XRP won't see any price movement and that it's dead during this post-halving bull run is a lie that is spread by people who don't understand the basic fundamentals of the crypto market. And let's explain that, because let's take part in the FUD narrative and let's talk about that for a second. Because what if long-term we don't see any price movement for XRP in 2 to 5 years? The only way that happens is if the crypto market cap never exceeds $3 trillion. That means that Bitcoin's ETFs have to fail over the next few years. That means every crypto that exists now and in the future has to fail at bringing any money into the crypto space, because the markets have been moving together since inception with these altcoins. That means that Ripple as a company won't grow in any way, shape, or form from now on. And all the partnerships with massive banks and payment providers are fake and they will fail. That the ISO 222 migration has to completely fail and it's not even going to happen. Okay, that there's no possibility of an XRP ETF or XRP to bridge cross-border payments for any bank. If the ETF is not even in the question, then the bridging of money, not going to happen, right? That the financial sector won't adopt blockchain technology, and all current blockchain partnerships and utilization will fail, and innovation will go backwards, and we won't advance as a species like we have for thousands of years. Not going to happen. When you look at it this way, Doesn't it seem a little ridiculous, guys, that crypto and XRP would fail at such a catastrophic global rate, right? Seems a little crazy, doesn't it? So a lot of this FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt, is designed to be clickbait. It's designed to be engagement farming. And also you have to watch out for the FOMO, the fear of missing out on the other side of the scale. And you have to remain neutral. You know, a lot of these people slinging this FUD haven't been in crypto long enough to understand how the markets work or how the Bitcoin halving works. XRP is the most FUDed crypto in existence. It's been that way since 2017. I don't see it changing anytime soon. It doesn't bother me. It seems to bother the people who got, you know, panties on underneath their Levi jeans. And that's why you have to ignore these FUD-based narratives and these comments on Twitter or comments in YouTube videos. You got to focus on the most important things, which is the utility, the community, focus on the future possibilities of what's coming while staying grounded along the way. And don't let anyone derail you when you're so close to one of the biggest bull runs in all of crypto. And also, remember, these key investing laws, guys, these are key investing laws of billionaires that have helped me become a millionaire before 30. So number one, never invest more than you can afford to lose in any crypto, because you never know when your investments will see explosive price action. And the last thing that you want to have to do is to sell to pay your bills because you have to, because you invested more than you can afford to lose. And usually that's the point when you have to sell to pay your bills, that the asset goes up that you've sold. It's like right after the day after that you've been holding for years that it takes place. So God tests you. God tests you. God tests your patience and your perseverance and your perspicacity. So number two, diversify your holdings. So you're not relying on one specific project to perform, and you can have others that make up for any losses you might see in the short term. Now, I'm not giving you guys, I don't need to lecture you here. I think this is a good, healthy reminder for you as well too, because a lot of you have dumped your life savings into XRP, and we always tell you diversify. Diversification is key to preservation of wealth. So number three, take profits on the way up. Don't round trip your bags through the next bear market as well too. 99% of altcoins drop 90 to 99% during a bear market. So to diamond hands all of your altcoins during the entire bear market is stupid. It's idiotic. Get out on the way up and be okay with not selling the exact top as long as you take profits on the rise. So in future videos, I'll be explaining my profit taking strategy as we get closer to that phase of the bull run. But number four, emotions, right? Emotionally detach yourself from any gains or losses, because when you start making gains, you mostly get addicted to holding longer. Believe me, it's easy to sell when the market's going down because you start panic freaking out, but it becomes very difficult to sell when the markets are in euphoria stage because you want to hold on for more gains. Like when your portfolio starts getting up there and you get to like 800 or 900K, if you've never been there before and you've never had seen $1 million in your portfolio at one time, you're like, I just need to hold for an extra 100 or 200,000. Then I'll hit $1 million. Believe me, that feeling hits you strong when you get to your first like $150,000 in your portfolio. You're like, I just need to hold for another $950,000. And instead of basing it off dollar amounts, you need to base it off logic to emotionally detach yourself from holding for more gains or, losses as well too, to keep a level head so you can trade with logic, because the markets follow the psychology of a market cycle every single time. So if you can observe the masses and do the opposite, that's how you become a part of the 1%. Now, number five, continuously educate yourself, stay informed about market trends, emerging technologies, economic indicators, because knowledge has always been power in the world of investing. So you can stay ahead of the curve. It can help you make informed decisions so you can seize the opportunities in front of you along your investment journey, because the key with seizing opportunities is being ready for them and open to them. There's opportunities everywhere. The problem is, as human beings, we've been given the freedom of choice, free will of choice. And so we can choose to be lazy and watch Netflix, or we can choose to see an opportunity, take advantage of it, let go of our limiting beliefs, and be okay with the risk of losing money. See, I'm not afraid of losing money because I know that I can rebuild money. I can regain money. Money is like energy. It flows. It comes and it goes. At one moment, you're going to have a very, very strong season of money. The money is going to accumulate quickly, and then you're going to have a bear market, to where your money goes up quick and then it'll come down, and you just have to be ready for that. And no matter how much you fight in a bear market, you can't fight that season. You just have to be prepared for it. Just like the ants. The ants can't fight winter. They just prepare for it, okay? So we will be opening up, our private community here soon for you guys to communicate and ask us questions and all that good stuff. So additionally, being able to surround yourself, with our inner circle so you can be able to communicate with us, learn about different ways to trade different projects, new opportunities, new projects launching, so you can stay on the ball when you go to bullrunners.com so you guys can be notified first. Check that out. But with that being said, when we look at the chart right here for XRP to Ethereum, we can see that XRP has been in a downtrend. So XRP has been seeing a winter. Now, one thing that's interesting that I notice here is when we look at the L8 waves right here, and we just see a simple A, a B, and we're forming the C bottom compared to Ethereum. And the reason why Ethereum is outperforming XRP right now is because everyone is getting ready for the Ethereum ETF. Eventually, what will happen here is XRP will have its day in the sun, and XRP will start to outperform Ethereum. So the best assets to be in are the ones that are performing well. And then when that pivot takes place and XRP bottoms out, then it makes sense to be in XRP versus Ethereum, because then XRP will generally outperform Ethereum like it's done several times in the past. Now, how you spot this is if we look at the RSI, you can see we're at 22 on the RSI. So we're in drastic oversold territory. The last few times that we've been here, we've seen massive explosive price action for XRP. So it could happen at any moment. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen in 3 months. It could happen 6 months, a year from right now. We don't know when it will happen, because I see this support right here back from the 2nd of December of 2021. We could trade a little bit lower to the downside, which looks like in comparison to Ethereum, it's another 8% to the downside, maybe a little bit further. Maybe we form a new low for XRP to Ethereum. If that happens, at that stage, I'm going to be the most bullish on XRP. I'm going to be like going crazy talking about XRP, because I've been talking about XRP for a long period of time, and people don't understand patience anymore. And the reason why they don't understand patience anymore, full-grown adults haven't learned patience, is because they have got cell phones now, and they have social media. And now that they're scrolling on Instagram or watching Netflix, social media is designed to drain your patience, to make you more ADHD than ever before. So you buy more products and you stay addicted to these apps. And so it just basically gives you that attention deficit disorder. And so the next project that I want to talk about that I think is going to do well, that's a little bit lower of a market cap, is Tectum. I think Tectum's going to crush it, guys. It's sitting at $30 right now, $151 million market cap, and it's currently in an uptrend. So this project's been performing super well. It's on Ethereum. And if we look right here on their Twitter, in their dev corner, they updated their Tectum Explorer. They changed output of earnings and staking. They updated mining and green notes, fill function and personal and cash accounts, upgraded security in their servers, resolved tech issue supports, and they started preparation for the TPS attempt on February 25th. Now, Tectum says they are the fastest blockchain in the world at the highest TPS, and they're going to be doing a contest for all these blockchains that want to compete, excuse me, to be able to put their, I guess you could say, their speed where their mouth is, because a lot of them are saying they're the fastest. So Tectum is going to be doing the test for that. So it's going to be really, really cool to see that. And as all these updates take place, they're making massive partnerships as well too. Chirply posted this, partnered with Tectum, the fastest blockchain and an ecosystem of powerful crypto solutions. So the fact that this project right here, guys, has, a low market cap of $50 million. The chart is in an uptrend right now. We're sitting at $30. The high for this project was at $46. It's its first bull run, so it's seen its first massive run. Usually the projects that see their first massive run, that have strong utility, strong development, strong updates, they're always at the forefront of the innovation, and that have a standout feature like the fastest blockchain in the world, then these projects are going to be the ones that are going to see the most amount of liquidity flow into them. And so I could see this project being a multiple $1 billion by the end of the bull run. And if we look right here at the MACD, we can see that the MACD line crossed below the signal line back here on January of 2024. Well, that's where we saw the price rally from $8 all the way upwards to $46. So when you rally that quick, you're bound to see a correction in the short term. So the price came down. We're seeing a bounce right here. The price could stay within this symmetrical triangle right here for an extended period of time. One thing I am looking for is I'm looking for the MACD to bottom out, where the MACD line would be below the signal line in orange, below the zero line down here. And when that takes place and we see the MACD line in blue below the signal line in orange, and we see a cross take place, that's when I would expect the bottom to be in before the next explosive move to the upside, where the MACD goes to the upside. And then we see the signal line in orange below the MACD line, and we see the price, pass the high of January of 2024. So I'm going to be watching this project closely. Keep it on your radar, guys. If we continuously trend to the downside, the support to be able to watch for, a big support is about $17 right here. Anything below that, about $13. I'll be making more videos showing you where the MACD line is for Tectum, but I think this is going to do incredible. Now, a real key for these projects and for this whole industry is for the total two of the crypto total market cap to do well, because this is all altcoins excluding Bitcoin. And as you can see right here, the all-time high for total two is $1.7 trillion in market cap. Right now we're sitting at 893 billion. So the next level that we could push up into for the altcoin market, because we just broke out of this resistance of January 2024. So for people to be bearish right now, this is the biggest time to be bullish. People are looking at Jeff Bezos. Excuse me. They're looking at Jeff Bezos. They're looking at Elon Musk or whoever. I don't think it was Elon. Jeff and Bill Gates, those two, selling their stocks. And they're like, it's time to be bearish on everything when crypto is just breaking out. So I'm leaning more on the sides that they might be moving money into Bitcoin ETFs and the crypto market, Ethereum and stuff. They might be doing that. But we'll see. Could be 100% wrong there, but we just broke out. So the next level to look at for resistance is going to be within this range right here of 1 trillion, upwards of $1.27 trillion, somewhere within here before we top out and we see, a back test of 850 billion as support. And then we work our way out of here after Bitcoin's halving going into 2025 at the end of 2024. So I expect us to push higher in the short term, see a correction going into Bitcoin's halving, and then consolidate sideways for an extended period of time and then work higher. And if we don't see this deep correction, then we could see something happen similar to what happened to Ethereum during the last cycle, where we just do something, or even total two during the last cycle, where we do something like this, right? We broke out, we back test the previous, resistance as support right here, but then we broke out here and we just kind of did this. We didn't really see a much deeper correction. We tried to back test it, didn't quite come back down to 164 billion, but then we just worked our way out of here and it was just smooth sailing to the beaches of the moon, green candles as they printed money to get out of COVID and to stimulate the economy again. So very different this time, but massive amounts of liquidity and more debt flowing through the cycle. Now, here's the key. Not only is the halving approaching after almost 4 years, but Bitcoin is also shaping its typical pattern. This cycle repeats every 4 years, even though this is not a popular opinion. The halving and it will initiate the run. It'll initiate the run for XRP, for Ethereum, for the entire altcoin market. And you just got to be in the water, right? There's lots of projects, and you guys can comment which projects you're the most bullish on. And you go to bullrunners.com to spot the ones that we're the most bullish on before we make videos about them. But if you're just in the water and you're sitting there, right, grab your margarita, sit in the water. We're backing up the boats all the way to the dock, and the bull market is getting ready to create life-changing wealth, right? Face-melting wealth is going to be amazing. And then the bear market is just going to be above where the bear market is from the previous cycle. And so you guys have to be ready for that. So I'm expecting $190,000 Bitcoin for this cycle. Now, Anthony Pompliano said that Jeff Bezos selling a lot of stock. The last time he did this was at the top of the market in 2021. What does he know? It's not just Bezos, a ton of politicians too. And also Bill Gates. Lyft is saying, Zach Lyft is saying they're all probably going to buy as much Bitcoin as they can. What do you guys think? Do you guys think they're going to buy a bunch of Bitcoin? Blockchain Backer posted this saying the NASDAQ has peaked out, done a 4.236, just like what happened back here, from 2018 until, when was this? 2020. And then we saw a massive crash take place, and then people were freaking out. They were panic selling, all that stuff. Are we going to see the same thing happen for the NASDAQ? Is that why they're selling? Are they going to move money into crypto? I'll let you guys decide, but I know what we're doing. We're backing up our truck all the way to the bank. We're grabbing the bags. We're packing them, stacking them, leaving no bags left behind, because over time, the spending power of the dollar is going to keep going down in value. That's a fact based on inflation. Blockchain tech, distributed ledger technology, and cryptocurrencies are going up in interest. That's the truth. And together, you know where we're going. We're going camping on the beaches of the moon. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you on bullrunners.com, where you'll discover our top altcoin picks first. You'll get early bird access to our crypto education platform. You don't need any previous crypto training experience. You click the button on the page, put in your best email address, click yes, give me instant access. You'll be instantly subscribed to our daily video newsletter, where we give you the best information to help you prepare for the worst that's yet to come in this economy. So I appreciate you guys. God bless you. I'll see you on the next video. As always, you know what to do. Stay bullish.